Hey, greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So we're going to be doing another unboxing and first impressions, and today we're looking at this guy. I've taken the plunge. I'm a bit nervous about this guy because he's a little bit pricier than I'd probably like to have paid for a figure, but there you go. This is the Flame Toys Furai Action Optimus Primal. So this is like a new line from Flame Toys that is somewhere between the model kits and the super expensive, top of the range action figures they do. This is somewhere that falls slightly in between that, more going towards the top end. It's certainly, out of most of the action figures I go, it's probably one of the most expensive. So he's got a slipcover. That's where we're starting. So we take that off, and there's a window box there, and some artwork, or not artwork, rather, some product shots on the back. Transformers, Optimus Primal. I'm not sure about the window box because obviously he's got this protective layer of plastic sheeting over him anyway to help protect the paint. So you can't really get a good look at the figure anyway. But there you go. This is a non-transforming action figure based on a transformer. The boss bot himself, Optimus Primal. So I'll take this out of the box. And I've got some stuff over here, probably some instruction manual, and there's a tray here. So we've got cannons, bits of plastic, swords, and a stand. So when we looked at the Furai Action Optimus Prime IDW version earlier on, like a couple of days ago, Friday, completely forgot to mention it comes with this plastic stand. So it's a stand, it's got a little thing that moves there, it's got a friction claw. The claw isn't very strong, it's just pegs on, but you'll probably just remove that anyway and use that peg to port it in to things rather than actually grab things. So he's got that, and this is exactly the same. So yeah, accessory tray, and then the main event here. So we'll open this up. New toy smell. Let's get that. So like I say, he's wrapped up in this plastic. And it comes out like so. It's a bit lighter than I thought he would have been, but hey ho, what do you know? But yeah, this is the guy. Again, some more plastic padding. You've got to keep him protected. So let's take a... Oh yeah. Yeah. That's looking pretty slick. So I'm loving the stylization and the proportions on this guy. That head sculpt is great. There's a good mood on his mouth. The metallic blue is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love how they've taken like the free cross design, and they've leaned heavily into the fact that he is a convoy, and giving him a full like a truck grill on his stomach there. Quite like that. yeah, all in all, it's marvellous, marvellous. So there's a head ball joint, and I think the neck is on a swivel there. Some really cool paint on the shoulders, and the shoulders themselves. There's a butterfly there. It can pull out quite a bit, give some range. Also spins all the way around there. The armor can up and down. Let's see. Oh, the gun pops off. There is a double joint at the elbow, but it doesn't get much past 90 there. There is a bite at the swivel at the bottom of the wrist there, just about the bicep, but obviously the bicep swivel is on that side, but yeah, it's on the other end. There's a tilt here at the wrist. He's got individual fingers that move. So they move at the knuckle and at one joint. So that's quite good there as well. An opposable thumb as well, with a joint at the thumb there, a joint. How many joints has the thumb got? Yeah, it's got like two bends on the thumb as well. So yeah, it's quite good movement going on. Let's just try and whisk that up. So yeah, he's got all this good ab crunch, side to side there, so highly posable, and then also turns at the waist. You can kick out just a little bit here. We can move these pads around to give him a bit more movement. This stuff doesn't really, gets a little bit out of the way, but yeah, you can't get a full splits there, but you can kick up quite high forwards and back. got a little monkey butt there, that kind of little monkey butt flap that flaps out of the way. Is that a single joint or no? Nice double joint at the knee there. Yeah, and there's bits of armor here. So this cool splash of red here comes out on his legs. It looks really great. Some odd tech detail and stuff like that. There's a ball joint here at the foot. Give it plenty of bruise, as well as a hinge on the ankle. And a toe kick up. Yeah. Also worth mentioning, he's got some thrusters. His Optimus Primal jetpack on the back here. It looks like it could move, but it also feels like it doesn't move. So it's just kind of being gentle with that. Yes, obviously these things had fallen out. They just slide in there. There's no click. And let's see. So all in all, I'd say he's a really impressive action figure so far. But yeah. That chest wobbles. Don't want to do anything in case anything else goes further. So he's got some accessories. I wish that knee was been a little bit tighter. So we've got some stuff in here. I'm always nervous about these plastic trays because it's like they're always got quite a snug fit, and you think that you're going to get to a certain stage and it's just going to pop and the content is just going to go all over the floor, especially when you're not doing it too carefully because you're concentrating on being on camera as well as being on doing what you're doing. So he's got a couple of guns here. He's got these little metal plates. He's got his stand, which is just like this stand, so I don't really need to go into that again. And always rely on flame toys to go over the top with the swords. So yeah, he's got a couple of swords. Let's see. So there's two slots there, and there's two tabs on either side of the sword's handle. So yeah, oof. So looks great. And these, there's let's see, there's a socket at his neck, the gorilla hide on the back of his neck here that you can pop these into to give him his blasters. Let's see, and I think you'll probably be able to, should you wish, there's some little storage place for his swords on his back as well. Yeah, so you can store his weapons there. The case of these little bits of armour, like we've already discussed, these cannons can pop off, and looks like they will pop off. And that will then, you'll put that there to plug the gap. So it's obviously still a bit of tech detail there on his arm, but it's not a cannon, so you can have him unarmed like this. Wow. And that's probably the meat and potatoes about this guy. He's got some great articulation, great sculpt work. Love the I love the design take on Optimus Primal here. He's not like any other Optimus Primal on the market, really. He's something a bit special. I kind of wish there'd just been a little bit of die cast or something in these joints, especially in the elbows and the knees and maybe the feet. Something a little bit sturdier, give him a bit of weight. Well, the paint job is immaculate. It should be for the price point. I know he's a great deal cheaper than the top of the range figures they do. He's a lot more expensive than the model kits they do. But when I'm comparatively looking at things like the SH Figure Arts Hulk, or Storm Collectibles Lobo, figures that's around the same size. They're a great deal cheaper and come with like more head options, accessories, and things like that. So yeah, I think the price would have been a bit easier to swallow if there was some more face options. Maybe without ball and chain. I know there was an Flame Toys exclusive where you got the Beast mask. Obviously, that doesn't come as standard if you're buying it from a retailer, especially one where you could get it, get this figure delivered safely within your own country. Like, bought this from Kapow Toys. Always do an excellent job. Very trusted, English seller, but obviously they won't get the exclusive face. So that's the thing. But you don't have to bother with having to calculate import fees and all that type of stuff, and trust slow boats and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I mean, what this figure does, it does really well. But I think comparatively to what other figures in this kind of high-end action figure market, for a solely like ABS plastic kind of figure, this is overpriced. It's overpriced. It's comparative so here he is with the Masterpiece Optimus Primal. So they're similar sizes. Obviously the Masterpiece Optimus Primal is going more for the CGI cartoon accuracy and having the necessary engineering to transform. I think some of his elbow joints and some of his knee joints probably have more range of motion than this guy does. But I think overall, this guy, poses a lot more dynamically and has a greater range of articulation. But like I say, he doesn't transform. He doesn't have light up eye gimmick either. He's got bigger swords. Yeah. And then even with this guy was cheaper, But obviously I bought this, it's a few years ago since Optimus Primal came out, and I don't know if obviously if they re-released him now, it'd be a similar price to what he was, but if they brought him out as a new figure now, I don't know what he'd be like, how he'd be priced under the new Masterpiece pricing. Yeah, boy. With the Siege, War for Cybertron Kingdom. Yeah, that's where we're up to. Optimus Primal. So they do share quite a few things in this. Obviously, he's got trying to go for a more realistic fur look. He's going for a more artistic and stylized. But yeah, you've got that similar thing going on. You can see where they've got that little chest design where the Primals have. How Flame Toys have taken that and tried, really kind of express the convoy within that. They really like it. Yeah, so these two look good together. Yeah, it's such a good sculpt. It's just, with your Flame Toys, here he is with the Furai Action painted model version of the IDW Optimus Prime that we looked at on Friday or the other day, or a couple of videos back, whenever you're watching this. So yeah, I think they're even a similar height-ish. Well, he's a lot taller. He's got a lot more mass to him Again, similar articulation points. Obviously, this guy being a painted up model kit just feels a little bit more fragile than how sturdy this guy feels. But yeah, he's just not quite. Yeah, and some more figures that we, our standard size comparison, guys. Here he is with Siege Sideswipe. He's got the Kingdom's swords, so yeah, obviously, just the way it is. And you want to look with more a classic G.I. Joe scale. Here he is with the Dread Pirate Zanzibar. Get out of the way, Zanzibar. And with more of a Marvel Legends, should be that way inclined. Here he is with the X-Force member Shatterstar, beloved Shatterstar. See, all in all, if you just skip to the end of the video, no one does that. But if you've just skipped to the end of the video, too long, didn't watch, lovely figure, bad price. That's kind of my feeling on it. He's definitely a premium action figure, but I think they've priced it just like almost a third too high for what it is. So that leaves quite a bit of disappointment there. You do get a stand, no baggies to put accessories in. Come on, companies, give us some just sealable bags. When you give a figure with accessories in, we don't necessarily want to keep the box and the plastic trays and all that type of stuff. Just give us a little sealable bag so we can keep our accessories all in one place. Thank you, please. But other than that, yeah, great figure. Wrong price. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Remember, you can do all the usual things. You can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe. But until next time, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, let's bumper the fish, shall we? Bestow! Bestow!